Good afternoon to me. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA, and today's real user review, we're going to be taking a look at the Made in USA Flint and Tinder 365 leather belt. Now, huckberry did send me this belt as a sample for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with huckberry prior to publication. They will see this when you do. In addition to that, there is an affiliate link in the description box down below. If you're considering buying this belt or any other product from huckberry, please consider using that link. It doesn't cost you anything extra. I do get a small percentage of that sale kicked back to me. All of that money goes back into the channel to help me buy product, to do more reviews, to help consumers make informed purchases. All right, so I've now been wearing this belt for, I'd say, a month, maybe a little more. I don't remember exactly when I got the big unboxing, the big box that I did the unboxing video with, but I've been wearing this belt predominantly as my only belt for the past month or so. And I've worn this to work, I've worn this to play, I've worn this falling asleep on the couch. So I've been wearing this with my pants during the day, come home, swap into shorts because now it is summer and very warm and I cannot stand to wear jeans or pants all day long. I'll swap this belt out into my shorts and I will continue to wear it for the entirety of the day. So I've been wearing this a lot, and if you've seen any of my other belt reviews or unboxings of belts, I've said that everyone needs a good high quality leather belt. If you buy a good high quality leather belt, it will last you years, if not a lifetime. I have two that I'm replacing that lasted me for 20, maybe 20 plus years at this point. But finally, sadly, one of them is about to be destroyed or trashed. The other one got a little bit of life left in it, but for the most part, 20 years out of two high quality leather belts. So enter the Flint and Tinder 365 Made in USA leather belt. So this has been soft and pliable since the day I got it. It's broken in nicely. It's softened up probably a little bit more, and you could see we have some fading on here, some crocking, if you will, mostly on the back. I've basically been wearing this with my Brave Star Selvage uppercut jeans, so that a lot of that is the indigo from the Brave Star, and then you can see some of these darker spots. They're mostly from where I'm handling the belts when I'm feeding it through. You can see where the darkening, the blackness is kind of where it rubs on the buckle, and then this is where it might rub on the belt loop on the other side of my pants when I'm tucking it. But this belt has been very, very good. It's been very comfortable because it's pretty soft and pliable. It molds with the body, so whenever I'm bending over, moving around in awkward positions, what I do quite often in my job, it moves with my body. I don't have any sticking points. It doesn't poke me, it doesn't jab me, it doesn't stab me. Now this belt is $85, so that is a pretty high price point for belts, but I'm gonna put this in the decade minimum category. I think this is gonna last me probably 10 to 20 years easy because it is high quality, full grain leather. It also comes in 4 different color options. So if the tan isn't your bag, you have options to choose from. Another really big positive about this belt is the fact that it's not snaps, it's actually riveted together, which is a very big plus, because one of the actual reasons one of my belts that I've had for 20 years or so is on the way out the door is because these are snaps. And the snaps wore out. The leather, it looks beat, it looks worn, it looks used, but the belt itself, the leather, is still great. I can continue to wear that belt, but the snaps wore out, so it continuously pops open, and then the buckle falls off, and then the tab falls off. It's a mess. So the fact that this is actually riveted together, we're not gonna have that as a problem somewhere down the line. Now, if you do like to swap out your belt buckles, you sadly cannot do so with this because it is riveted together, so you cannot remove your belt buckle. In the past, I used to pop my belt buckles off and put the big fat cowboy belt buckles on, which, you know, these days I don't really wear them. I don't remember the last time I actually wore one of them. So for me, this is a non-issue. I've been using standard belt buckles for years and years now, but the fact that this is riveted on, I don't have to worry about that as a failure point, because really this is one long piece of full grain leather. The failure point is right there. That's where it's folded over and attached. Being riveted, we pretty much eliminate the main failure point, which is these failing. Screws, they could come unscrewed. The positive with screws, if you wanted to change your belt buckle, you could unscrew them and replace the belt buckle. Screws do last a lot longer than snaps. Snaps wear out after, I guess, 20 years. But my other high quality leather belt that I've had for 20 years, it's still in pretty good shape. And it's gonna be my nice belt because it's my only nice-ish looking black belt. So when I need to wear a black belt, that one's gonna be sticking around specifically for the times that I have to dress a little bit nicer and wear a black belt. But that one is also screws, and the screws on that back out a little bit every once in a while, but I mean, I haven't had really any issues besides, you know, once a year tightening them up. But rivets, I don't have to worry about that. They're not gonna pop out. And for me, this is really good because I don't intend on ever changing this belt buckle out. So no failure points there. And if we flip it to the inside, you can see the stamped Made in America, the 36, because that is the size, and then the Flint and Tinder. So I wear a size 32 by 32 American jeans. Do not buy your belt in the same size as your pants. It's gonna be too small. I always go up to a 36. I learned that the hard way a long time ago. The leather will stretch, but a 32 would have been far too small. I might have been lucky and caught like the very last hole, but yeah, I always want to give myself enough leeway. And you can see here, this is the hole that I'm using, and it is the 4th hole back, so I can still go back one, but if I grow, I have plenty of room. If I went with a 32, it wouldn't have fit. A 34 probably would have been okay for me, especially once the belt stretches, but in past experience, I always jumped up to a size 36 with my belts, because if your belt is a lot stiffer, it's going to take a lot longer period of time to break in. The thing with this is it is pretty pliable out the gate, and that probably would not have been an issue for me, so I probably could have gone with a 34 in this particular belt. So if you're looking at it and you're, say, a size 32 by 32 like myself, you might be able to easily get away with a size 34 belt. The 36 is fine. I still have room to go down, and really, honestly, if I need to go down any tighter, I can just punch holes in this and it'll be completely okay. But yeah, you probably could have been safe with a 34, but I erred on the side of caution because I know that from past experience, if I buy a belt and it's thick and stiff, it's going to be very uncomfortable and take quite some time to break in and stretch out. So I like to jump up to that 36, and has never been an issue for me. Again, 36 fits me just fine. I do have one more hole to adjust inward if I lose weight, and I got plenty to go if I gain weight. But overall, this has been a great, phenomenal belt. The price point, $85. I see nothing wrong with that. Full grain American made belt, high quality premium materials. We have a riveted attached belt buckle, so we don't have to worry about that failure point. It is very soft, very comfortable, very pliable, yet it has been very durable for me. I didn't really scratch up much at all, and you could see a little bit of scuffing on the tail of my belt, and that is because for work, I clip my ID right here on my left belt buckle, belt loop, and that's from the metal backing, scratching it up, but it's only like kind of nicked. There's no divots in it. It doesn't go in. There's only some like surface scratching on it. So that would probably be the highest contact point, because this is where I'm grabbing to feed it through my belt. This is where I'm grabbing to feed it through the belt loop, and then I'm touching it to feed it through, and then my ID badge rubs on it all day long, and it's just scuffed a little bit. It doesn't have any divots, it doesn't have any chunks, there's no leather missing, there's no real signs of wear besides just a little bit of scuffing on it, and maybe a little bit of darkening, but that's probably more so for my hands, because again, this is the high contact point where I'm grabbing it to feed it to the belt loops on my pants, feeding it through the belt buckle, and then where my ID badge will touch it. So I'm touching it twice a day, putting my ID badge on and off, ID badge rubbing it all day long, feeding it through my belt loop and stuff. So that's probably darkening from the oils and sweat on my hands, touching it, as opposed to the ID badge. But overall, durable, yes. High quality, yes. Comfortable, yes. Very, very happy with the Flint and Tinder 365 American made belt. Now this is going to be, I'm going to put this into that minimum decade category. I feel confident that this belt will last me at least 20 years. This is a good belt. So the price point, I think, is on par for what you're seeing and what you're getting out of this belt. Your cost per wear, once you're done, finally retire this thing, is going to be pennies on the dollar. I've really been taking that into consideration with a lot of the products I've been testing out. I've been doing a lot of more heritage wear, a lot more products that have a higher price tag, but also come with a lot more durability. They're a lot better made goods. I'm not buying any fast fashion products anymore because they're all just garbage. So your cost per wear with like a fast fashion item, say you spend $65 to $85 for a pair of pants. You wear them for 4 to 6 months. If you daily wear that pair of pants, if you wear them like once a month, yeah, that fast fashion pair of pants will last you probably for a couple of years. But if you wear them as a pair of pants, they're supposed to be worn, they're gonna wear out super quick. So your cost per wear is going to be dollars per wear. But so something like this, your cost per wear is going to be pennies. So if I were to wear this every single day for an entire year, my cost per wear is 23.29 cents. That's just 1 year. Over 10 years, that would be 2.33 cents per wear. That's insane to realize that once I wear this belt and retire it in maybe 20 years, I'm looking at 1 cent per wear if we break that down. So cost per wear on an $85 USA made full grain leather belt, if I'm right and this lasts me 20 years, is going to be about 1 penny per wear by the time I'm done with this. That's phenomenal. That is worth the $85 price tag. So there you go. If you're looking at the Flint and Tinder 365 USA made belt, I'd say snag one. A high quality leather belt is something that everyone needs in their wardrobe. I actually recommend you have 2. Vary the colors if you want, but I personally like to keep one. In the winter, I generally have 2 pairs of pants going at the same time, one for working every day at going to work, and then one for everything else. And then in the summer, I have one in my pair of pants and then one in a pair of shorts. So when I come home, I will just hot swap my pants for shorts and I'm good to go. So I honestly think that you need to have 2 high quality leather belts in your wardrobe at all times. And really, if you buy 2 of these, you're covered for the next 20 plus years. So there you go. If you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Good night.